Hello my dear boys and welcome to your craft class. Come December and the spirit of Christmas is everywhere. In school, by this time we would have started playing Christmas carols in the recess and put up our Christmas tree. And the entire school would have been decorated in shades of red, white, green and silver. This year is different, no doubt, but it is up to each one of us to keep the spirit of Christmas alive in our hearts and hope and pray that things will be back to normal very soon. On that note, let us begin with today's craft project. Today, I'll teach you to make a star. We had learned to make a star in the 5th standard too, but this one is different. It is foldable and it can be lit up using a light bulb. So now let's get started and check out the materials that we'll need to make this project. First of all, we'll need 5 sheets of A4 size printer paper. We'll need a pencil, a ruler, a pair of scissors, Fevicol, glue stick, a flower punch like this, or a single hole paper punching machine. We will also need a toothpick and 2 strands of wool, each approximately 35 to 40 centimeters in length. Here I have 5 sheets of off-white A4 size paper. You may choose any color that you like. I am starting with 1 sheet now. I am going to cut the rectangular sheet and make a square. You can see I am folding the paper into a triangle. I am drawing a line along a side of the triangle. I am going to cut along this line. Our square is ready. We'll keep it aside for a bit. I'm going to start with the extra paper that we cut off. I'm going to measure 1.5 centimeters and cut strips from this paper. I have finished marking 1.5 centimeters on both the sides. I'll now start joining the 2 set of points. I'll now start cutting along the lines to get the strips. Here we have 5 strips. These will be used as tapes to stick the papers together. But for now, I'll keep them aside and take the square that I had cut. I am drawing a line where I had folded the paper diagonally. Using this line as the guideline, I am going to start folding the square. Now, I'm going to take one of the strips which we had cut and I'll apply glue on it. I'm going to use glue stick here. Watch how I'm using the strip now to connect the two parts together. After allowing the glue to dry for a minute, I'm cutting off the extra paper. I'm drawing a line through the center, and from this point I'll mark 5 centimeters upwards. Observe how I am drawing lines from the 5 centimeter point. I am now going to cut along these two lines. Here I have marked 1 centimeter. Starting from this 1 centimeter point, I am drawing parallel lines on both the sides. I am going to cut off the 2 flaps that you can see here. The 2 flaps on the other side will remain as they are. We will not cut them out. Now I am folding the 2 flaps which are there on the other side. These flaps will serve as pasting portions. Watch how I am flattening and folding the piece now. Here you can see I have made it flat. And after aligning it properly, I am folding the sides. This step is very important for giving the star a 3-dimensional effect. Now, after bringing the paper back to its original position, I have taken a paper punch and started punching holes on the paper. I am making these holes because when we light up the star, the light will come out through these punched holes and give a very beautiful effect. Here I have used an ordinary punch. You may use punches of various designs like stars, flowers, snowflakes, etc. Boys, you will need to have a little bit of patience while doing this because it's going to take a little bit of time to complete the entire piece. But the final result, which you will see when you light up your star, will be well worth all your efforts. Here, the first piece is almost ready. We need 5 such pieces. I'll show you the entire method once more. I have taken another A4 sheet and I'm folding it diagonally to get a square. I'll cut off this extra paper. I will not be needing this extra paper now because I have already cut 5 strips that we'll require from the previous paper. I'll keep this piece of paper aside and start with our square. I am drawing a line over the diagonal fold and I'm going to bring the two sides to the central line. Now I have taken a strip. I'll apply glue over it. And place it as shown so as to connect the two parts. After allowing it to dry for a bit, I'll snip off the extra papers. Now I'm holding my ruler and drawing a line through the center. Now from this point I'm going to mark 5 centimeters upwards. Now I'm going to draw lines joining the 5 centimeter point and the two corners. Boys, remember, when you're drawing, always keep the lines very light. I have cut along the two lines and now I'll draw 1 centimeter upwards from this point. Next, starting from this 1 centimeter point, I'm going to draw parallel lines on either sides. I have finished drawing the parallel lines. Now I'll give cuts in the center and the two corners. I'll now start folding the lines which I had drawn. I'm going to cut off the two lines on top, but I'm going to retain the two lines on the other side. I am folding the two lines which are there on the other side. I have started punching holes in the paper. Here I have finished with the punching work. I am flattening the paper and folding the sides neatly. I have finished making the second piece also. I'll repeat the same process for all the remaining papers. Here you can see the 5 pieces are ready. I'll now show you how to assemble the star by putting these pieces together. Observe carefully where I'm applying Fevicol. Watch how I'm connecting the 2 pieces together. Note how I'm working very slowly and precisely, making sure that the 2 pieces are properly aligned. Here I have finished connecting the 2 pieces together. I'll now begin with the third piece. While applying Fevicol, make sure that you apply enough but not too much. Always keep a rough cloth handy so that your paper does not get stained. Boys, do not wait till you finish connecting all the 5 pieces and then try to make adjustments in their positions. You need to put 2 pieces together, align them and make the necessary adjustments before going on to the next piece. Make sure that the pieces are stuck together properly, or else while opening up the star they may come apart. Here too, I am making sure that the two pieces are stuck properly. I have finished putting all the 5 pieces together. This is how the star will be opened up. We'll be attaching a piece of thread or wool here to hang the star. I'll fold and keep the star aside for now. I have taken a piece of paper and keeping a 10 rupee coin on it, I'm going to draw a circle. We'll need 2 such circles. Here you can see I have started drawing the second circle. I have finished drawing. Next, I'll cut the 2 circles out. Boys, note that here I am using the extra paper that was left after cutting the A4 size sheets. So boys, do not throw away the extra papers that are left after making any craft project. Keep them aside as they may be useful while making some other craft article. I have finished cutting both the circles. In the next step, I'll be pasting both these circles inside the star. Before I begin pasting the 2 circles, I'll paste the flap, that is, the pasting portion of the last piece inwards. Now I am taking one circle and applying Fevicol to it. And I am pasting it inside the star where we'll be attaching the wool or thread to hang the star. Boys, I am doing this because the paper needs to be a little thick where I am going to attach the thread or wool, or else it may tear. I have now taken the second circle and I am going to paste it inside the star on the other side. While the pasted circles are drying, I have taken a toothpick and I am going to cut it into two equal parts. I am going to cut two pieces of wool, each measuring around 35 to 40 centimeters in length. I'll now demonstrate how we'll join the toothpick and the wool and fix them onto the star. The area where I had stuck the circle has become slightly tough. I am going to make a small slit on it using a pair of scissors. I'll repeat the same on the other side. I am holding the paper and cutting a small slit with a pair of scissors. I have passed a strand of wool through the slit. I have taken a piece of toothpick and I am tying the wool around it. I'll make 2 or 3 tight knots. I am going to repeat the same on the other side. I am passing the wool through the slit. Now I have taken the second piece of toothpick and I am tying the wool around it. Here we have the two strands of wool which we'll use for hanging the star. While opening up the star, we have to be very gentle or else the paper may tear. We'll tie the two strands of wool together and close the star after we put an electric bulb inside. There, a star is ready. Doesn't it look beautiful, boys? And it's so easy to make. That's all for now. I'll be back soon with yet another craft project for y'all. Till then, happy crafting and wish all of y'all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. May the coming year be full of happiness, peace and good health for everyone. Instructions for the next craft class. Standard 6th, you will need 3 sheets of A4 size printer papers. You may select any 3 colors. You will also need a pencil, a ruler, a pair of scissors, Fevicol, glue stick, a piece of satin ribbon and decorative materials of your choice. Standard 6th, you will keep all these materials ready for your next craft class. Standard 7th, you will need box board, a pencil, a ruler, a pair of scissors and Fevicol for your next craft project.